Abusia me sure say what it be.
Na mentia tutuo.
Last week and another Dormaahene back can say ma e fa bra kofi ho.
Ye ba kan nyina nya nokre. Enu time says senka bi.
Some of them no be kind very distasteful commenter enye senke free obi oda domanim anum bada.
Da bia abunofo be ya bibi eni monyam beba ho no. Ne ba de bibi ya be den. Abeba kan ho.
Nensem ba kon kan say bibia bra kofi go through no enye nokre ni nyina e propaganda.
Propaganda. Ne ba yo.
You see, this is very disheartening to listen to, especially coming from a bill like Dormaahene, with all things considered. Because if any black of you go through Nina propaganda there, none a whole lot of people are very smart, has to come together to make this propaganda not actually happen.
Propaganda.
One of those people bear black of Finankasa, and so I propaganda agenda eba besetino e semeti asese be shutu mi wo manim I ba affect my life till I die. Second person be ba be bra kofiri enam se na na bene turuba oni hwe de na bra boye nti e so tim convince you on ani kunu se da bi propaganda bi ba be koso nti no no kɔ na yen shutu wo wanim wote ase wanwene ne mma ho wanwene se oye maame wanwene se oye yere wanwene se bra kofifira busuam nti na yensa na na bene turuba so no so te ase sa na fere ko shutu ni kunu wananim because say ye de ba be sete propaganda
propaganda ye ba kan nyina nya nokre
obviously me so meka propaganda ne ho because me ni hwe de me time ye na mpese me waste me am time ne wo a wo hwe me videos wo so wo time nti no e se nya nto boase na me be kirem say propaganda ni besi no na me so me wo ho se ne be ya mba be kirem a kiro say ni ne course ena nya ya me ensan ko a na Dormaahene so ka ho odo so otumfu achinchim na dwene te se kashire ena afa de waka kire ne se me pese me ya ade bi nti na se wo no wo ni Kofi Adoma nya conversation se na be ya Kofi Adoma be ba doma na afa de festival abekoso na afa de yeshutu no wananim yeah otumfu is that powerful enye na Dormaahene nko a Ibrahim Mahama kwaku atene obi odi ni sika aboa bra Kofi up to this point bia no sankofo no so ye so otumfu ne omunyina kasa se asem ni siwi a so omunyina akọ no mu donate sika de ma bra Kofi e free say omunyina nim ne omudi omusika beye
propaganda ye ba kan nyina nya nokre
ena amanfo ambu omudi anya omonko but also amanfo etena se put this whole festival together because without the festival no there won't be any shooting and without any shooting no there won't be any propaganda and wait that is you nana because if says also this whole thing to bra Kofi propaganda dia nani nana any die kwan so propaganda no nani also ka ho you actually started it because without who fashion no one would have come there and then no one would have gotten shot in the face and if says otumfo and atena manhia ahehye sa adwuma wei ama amanfo amakeka nyina dia nani otumfo just very powerful ankasa o wadwena ye de twere Bible ni bi because in this whole propaganda circle no nipa no otumfo no propaganda ni de atia no say nipa no so ka propaganda ni ho bi. Does that make sense?
Propaganda. Ye ba kan nyina nya nokre.
So to recap no, if say na Dormaahene say ne ato bra Kofi propaganda dia, na ne say na otumfo team dada bra Kofi sam opeso good Dormaahene nanim ase e wo odno ankasa na fasha ase. Di bra Kofi nti ase so okọ ho a ye betutu abonani. And then bra Kofi so te ase. And to make this happen no, otumfo na ankasa besen areche out na Dormaahene. Se na be ya na Dormaahene ni mom na be frɛ Kofi Adoma. Se na be ya Kofi Adoma betimi akokotwa afahye no. Nti se bra Kofi kɔ afahye no. Na se tutuo no bonani wi a, na watena se na watwen. Bosome ansa na wa managere aba be ye video wa kira manfo se bra Kofi kɔ Dormaahene festival no. Abusia ya tutu aboni kunani. Na se bra Kofi yire yesa video ni wi a, na ni otumfo na ankasa. Wase akwa convince abonofo dedefo na omofro mo ho bloggers no ya na waba be convince omo so omo mra ma medi bra Kofi yira atem na so mo di bra Kofi yira atem do some level bia na ne Magraheb baba na waba be kirikirem because afashion for this propaganda to work no mema ono so awo hobi na afi de bra Kofi akwa hospital wo Doma Brekum Accra Dubai enam so obi ani hwi yenti
propaganda ye ba kan nyina nya nokre
na fere ya de ne kokọ hospital we nyina na asem no akwakodru Ibrahim Mahama kwaku aten ni amanfo a omasho support nyina anim se na be ya omo betim de omo sika over $150,000 de aba because say obi anim ne yes odi ni sika ye and the biggest of them all to actually make this propaganda happen no se na otumfo timi dada Dormaahene se onya afahye se na be ya ne maka nyina no ebetimi asisi so pepepe
propaganda ye ba kan nyina nya
nokre ti na Dormaahene me pa ache woni die kwan so a still na propaganda Because if say propaganda, Nani Kofi Adoma is a very powerful person in Ghana, even more powerful than Dormaahene Nankasa. Why am I saying that? Because if this is the whole Ghana, Asante Fodo do a Ghana nyine, Otumfo ntimi anhwehwem enyo bia. Some men konkofa bununi baako a obi anim so ye bununi. Kofi Adoma nwanwani na memfa ne nkodoma ma de we nkonkoto no. Na owie a matim de na set agenda e de agudoma anim ase. Wei.
Propaganda.
Because if that is the case, Yanani Kofi Adoma is a very powerful man in Ghana because apparently he is the only one to pull this propaganda off. Now let's take this a step further. Nietia Dormaahene say propaganda and say according to no. Anytime be a bonophobia DBN 9 no beat the bonnet and a negative story about attach it. Now if they say now cover at the power of my so.
There be a bonophobia DB and the Bonya Baba never did be a
Now this time, yes, in say about one thing so Tumfu to Galam say, and no Tumfu any mention and penny for one yano, or Martinasi shut this agenda we sing. Send a bay on many brack of your same way, propaganda, back of vow Tumfu Galam say a word to this.
Number Ghana have the BBS, you're right, Galam say walk into the maker. You want in a Cassiabi or Sada Moanano. Oh, yeah, Galam say, maybe.
Yeah. Let's put aside this ridiculous propaganda angle on our side. Now you break it down in another Dormaahene a kind.
Oh, yeah, Galam say, maybe.
One another Dormaahene in Kasa Yemunu, or say, Otumfu to Galam say. Now the fourth estate, add the article about HRS. There is a link between that Galam say no and Menshia, hence a Otumfu on air.
Oh, yeah, Galam say, maybe. No one said actually. Eh, Nama Fono. One Ghana, needing about the bar, in Kofobetie. Never yona na aba kan for agbamadu otoso nienu na manimonya na ho de amam na na matchim June 2nd 2023 company bi baba friend Bodukan Holdings okoje prospecting licenses so okoye o prospecting na hiwo gold our western region ho ba ni na okoje ye no ba mosia so odumase but the man apply no but the man But the man, nipa bi bayada, but guma bayada, bayada Galam say. Sandy Pana by the man to some young Mamadu, and possibly nobody amam. On can hold you. Bayada Galam say, Amma, Joy FM. The very before first hit. Match in patron. Concession the end. Concession, no, the body no. But the kind of nipa yabba Mama Dia Bonsu. Not what to Magraheb man. A say patron lawyer. Near Soka Julia Ama Agapa Amani. Not just an echo for your
You know what kind from an article at the fourth estate post 2 year. Title of that article. Full details, illegal mining spree on Menshia-linked concession. Do you know what Nana Dormaahene conveniently left out of that article? No, me was that same article no ha. Yen kai article no. Article ni yen ko party na Nana Dormaahene kai no. E wo hefa. Who owns Bodukan Holding? Incorporation records from the Office of the Registrar of Companies show that Bodukan Holding is closely linked to Menshia Palace. The company's beneficial owner, Nana Dua Bonsu, serves as a co-director alongside Mujib Rahman Ahmed, a lawyer for Menshia Palace, and Julia Ama Ejapa Amanin, widely known as Lady Julia, the wife of the Asantehene. Those names na mabubono, omo NASU omudinda companies in so, omo ko registrar of companies hono. Na yen skipunko baby and another Dormaahene mfanka na asem no ho. Baby at the fourth estate reaching out to a man for na omo wo kind of omudinda company no so no. When contacted, Mujib Rahman Ahmed, ono na ye lawyer for Menshia no, denied any involvement in illegal mining. He insisted that Bodukan Holding had not begun operations at its site near Bibiani, let alone engaged in mining. This was before the Asantehene's recent public remarks about the invasion of illegal miners on the concession. Now, baby, I'm going to this lawyer in here. I say, if anyone is there, we need to deal with them. Mr. Rahman told the fourth estate, we have no knowledge of any such activity. If someone is mining in our name, it is wrong. We are not aware of it. This is from the lawyer from Menshia, at least almost statement. No. Ehono, Nana Dormaahene fan can asem no because eno favor some or person can ho. And even before this 4 First State article, Nekurano, now no one can say Otumfo, Ababeka say, a month for being made to Galam say, or more credit dear run on a concession. Articles are there. Now here is the crazy part. Timeline, a idea here. Date idea BS no, a here kasa. The 4 First State article Nana Dormaahene Eddie making a point no. Omu post to sa article no on 6 March 2025. Otumfo no ankasa ba bonten beka say illegal miners Eddie dey run on the concession mu no. That date no was 14 February 2025. Kofi Adumanwenwani ye shootu no wananim no. Eno no happen on 20th December 2024. Ena bra Kofi yere na na abene turuba ne first video ba be ye de kira man for say na atuni kunu odoma no. Oyesa video no 18th January 2025.
He was shot in the face.
Indeed, Nana Dormaahene see the whole bra Kofi ten propaganda. And yes, and Kasadi Nisi, which in this case, Niso Tumfu to Galam say, and Sana did they know Amade Babe propaganda, no say you should to black of you and a name, according to you and Yanokrano. And no more Ababe cover the fact so Tumfu to Galam say so. But hey, dear Debbie, propaganda nidi can happen, and Sana the crocodile Babe home propaganda, their coverson, and Sana no Kurampukuresi. In which word Nasadi is making sense?
Propaganda. Yeah, that coming in a yanokre.
Yes, scary, ni say. Nana Dormaahene, a high court judge. Our judge a month once based on facts and evidence. But when it comes to this specific case here, according to him, na propaganda. No could be any.
Propaganda. Yeah, that coming in a yanokre.
Now let's indulge him for a second. Even if said this whole thing according to Dormaahene no, and yanokre a propaganda upon various evidences, videos are hold on in the kika. Even if say yanokra based on evidence and facts at hand, no, and senka word team who say. Even if the same point I'm demi angle back and some no insist so at least based on timeline available.
Propaganda. Yeah, that coming in a yanokre.
Now the reason why I'm doing saying another Dormaahene in penny for one to was and research this specific story and say one and your mojuma. Second, they for na omugu net swa according to them omu defended Dormaahene ka Dormaahene say man from on the bloggers no. I'm thinking so omu bi and Sunday this story the man and Dormaahene. Those people no they have no idea what they are doing. Sankofo no mini man atem didie. Nti se sankofo we bi send the war him paul te se na Dormaahene bibi na se act on it. Se na be ye babon tia e bi amanfo be de asante hene top. And now say Sembe rise na cover this Kofi Adoma story and apa. And the crazy part to be is Otumfo na kasakra na dina Semba bekan ye dada. So if there's a whole balance of Babekan like it's a new expose type of thing. You see Nana Dormaahene buy your Babekan ye when everything was said and done. Onumum ni edina tem not Otumfo. Nti sa de for na Nana Dormaahene dream say omumu bua no. Sankofo na epe na nimbu ase. Sankofo na e na epe na hwe ase. Because none of them knows what they are doing. When it comes to PR work, when it comes to being an assistant, they Charlie, what are you the next point you make here? So no Dormaahene on tutu.
Nasa but the one year I said and say, and until the piano, then says I didn't know back or the animals your bar. One didn't remember sacrifice like your mother to me. Namentia tutu.
And after he said that, to a room full of a handful, any penny for no, you could hear say a man for a bomb in some. A man for being more sorry.
Namentia tutu.
And these are the same people almost a bra Kofi e omo this year.
Namentia tutu.
But nane no kre untutu. By that same logic no, Otumfo so untu galam say. So why are you talking about him? By that same logic no, wo Dormaahene so wonye newscaster, wonye journalist. Nti di enti a woken kan galam say article a kira manfo. By that same logic no. Nana wonya santini. Nti ne di enti a wokan santefo asem.
Namentia tutu.
Before so oba be kan say propaganda no. Na medika a video wa kan say that is how omodwen say propaganda. But to hear it actually come out from the mouth of Dormaahene no. Eho ena mete sampani for ba o mo say esuno kura ena esuno potokura ena esuno kura kronkron no. Sa time na mete sa benasi yie pa.
Propaganda. Ye ba kan nyina nya no kre.
Asema na kan na kire say ne bra Kofi kombia no. Onfa ho. Ya obi abra Kofi na mu no. Enya na sem. Na nakasa mu no. as obi a sebi onwi nipa ho yawo obi fam bia no onke nana kasa mu no ankyere sebi oyo obi a owo ma nana kasa mu no ankyere sebi oyo obi oye papa nana kasa mu no ankyere se oyo obi a sebi betimi adan no nana kasa mu no ankyere se oyo obi a sebi odadoma no na se Kofi Adoma mpo a ye hye da to nsa frɛ no no ɔno mpo ana wo ka asɛm ya fa ne ho a na ne imagine say nka normal person bi a ɔba ye bi ofiri Dormaahene na any other place bi aba ye ɛna nka asɛm bi sen beto na nka ne ye de bra Kofi go through no sa na nka wo so ni wabusua ka mo so be go through, and you don't even need to think about it. One of my previous video me talk about guy ba ko na your friend set onya accident on the 19th of December 2024. It was the same Dormaahene. After the accident, 3 people were involved. Now, case is serious. The guy, the set, couldn't even sit down for over a month. Mufra guy, na mumisane say, mwa ben na kwa no phone call cry friend bi. Bra Kofi wa press conference na se kan say contractor ni gusu yi kwan en kan wo dan nti ne opa bia obetimi aka na da e be hia to no ekho e na be hu se sa tuo za afini die huo ni nyina ya aduane baako. Bra Kofi e go through an unimaginable pain and trauma. Na Dormaahene ne mpanimfo decide say they would do nothing about it. Bra Kofi ne nabusuafo mankom omonkɔhwe omo ho yade na ohempon meka bibia no team kan ya ne say ono no ntutuo
na mentie tutuo.
The level of insensitivity to near Bra Kofi kom, your inability to sympathize with Bra Kofi and nabusuafo, or even show empathy, if not to Kofi Adoma, at least to be a free bona asematono ewo wu krom ewo wa himfie. Because after all no when I ya bona hemfo bona House of Chiefs ono ya mo president nanka wanya bibia ma wa ase a ye bone krono aboa akokɔ wane ne mmakɔ adidie na se ne mma no baako tɔ amena mu a ne aboa akokɔ ne beye bi obetimi ayi ne ba afiri amena num no obetena ho na waye onko because se ne mma no dɔɔso nti ne baako atɔ amena mu a foforo wɔ hɔ dabi ne aboa akokɔ ɔyɛ no no nti se ye nipa ye ntimi nyɛ sa mma ye ho a how sad is that?
Na mentie tutuo.
And you know the crazy thing, yes bono hema na baako ababe audio bi a or talk about the fact say ni akoso no entwa yie.
Oka no akofa be ka bunufo nyina so nya bunufo nyina ne be yoye.
Me tie audio no there was one part bi na hema ne talk about the fact say before kra say na Dormaahene ba be kasa no mpanimfo te say na bafo. I'm thinking say Dormaahene nkranza hene. And mpanimfo binom di kan ne na Dormaahene kasae.
Nya bunufo nyina ne be yoye. Nso oka no abeka de afra bunufo nyina se ye ne ye. Na no he na bafo asam de one ne kan ye wantie. Wo be kasa ne na bafo ba wanim no be ka kire wo se asem no se de akoba yenka ne se wantie be gina ho ne wo kan ne de ope otumfo di do okofa be frɛ mu ono okohe
nti abusua no madi kan ne na kasa mpo no enu ni o
Kofi Adoma ani na apai akora no so ye ba oye bunu ni ye ba ne.
You see that same statement say na mitutuo no on tutuo no something similar and asofo selifu amuako after say ne ba boy no edeka akobo obi ka mu ankora mienu wu firim no na afi the heat ikosofo ne busua so no similar statement na asofo selifu amuako be make ye so no ne ba na accident happen ankora mienu afirim no ne ba na ntwituo anko ankoku nipa oti ase ne accident na aba something similar na happen wa haisin
Na mentie tutuo.
during the time no asofo selifu amuako ye didi na time style bi. But when it comes to Dormaahene, untimi nkahe oye hene. Brother na Dormaahene kasa no. Osi ni ato Bra Kofi ni nyina no kure bi ni me propaganda. The anytime abonofo be ade bi nice beautiful bi no. Na afre de amanfo apebibi e de ba be bata sa de no.
Da bia abonofo be ya bibi e ni monya baba ho no. Ne ba de bibi ya bebe. Abata ho.
Now let's break that down. What Ghana or even we say negative stories excel more than positive stories. That is the fact of life. It's that phenomenon is not exclusive to Dormaahene and Abonofo nko. Esi wo babia. Nti so ye bibi na say positive said na say negative ba ko pe ba befra. Na one find a better way to resolve that negative na ba befra na. Abusua that will be the story a better trendy. That is life. Because, for example, Dormaahene Festival, everything considered, is one of the most beautiful festivals I was in Ghana. It was a very nice and a successful event with, few little problems. One of the biggest problems being, say, you shoot to black coffee, Ghana, you send a negative stories a trendy fa. And I would Dormaahene crowd here, Ghana no. Within young man for binum de. And no yina can win a black coffee, and I blame to back and say, Mem my young fast no my even online and I say, baby, young keeping the cam, none yen a fashion. Now, if everything is said and done, at least an more so to know, obetu. Because I fashion my, I fashion a camera, what I say, and being a chief for 25 years, I idea be a substantial. Until it's a sad story we're saying, Bassa Bracofi bar fashion, be beating about Betonoa, and in when you that would be the story a man for a can was him. Dear man, and I don't mind any penny for time. Beko we actually Uncle Banessa, 1 month down the line, and son and a video, nothing. And then even 3 months now, still nothing. Until I send the barb on ten. Guess what people are talking about now? Bracofi asem not to festival awaya FN. Because say time and I say take the resolve of the negative story properly went to me and yes sir. Until what this case Nana any dear kwanzo awana waye. The men family show tune for and propaganda be a kosu baby. None of that.
You want me to see a or so no. Oh, I can say
Mekaya called Dormaahene we sing. There was a time, I think the bloggers been doing videos, be on posting online, and now I started getting traction online. Say, Dormaahene Festival, no kura nipa ma. That was not the truth. Nipa ba ya ankasa. So at that point, no one was actually, disproving sad, because at the end of the day, people would just insult. It is what it is. Then time, no, na Bracofi back to Accra. Na nina na ewuade ni nyina he had to actually post a video disproving that notion say Dormaahene Festival nipa ma. He just said in so many people who now share effort to nipa put in and all these things now say waka to ani a Bracofi yes ade he couldn't even see properly. A draw near the good and so no blare when he like based on how I now explain you can't even read stuff properly. But throughout that pin, he posted that video. And what happened? That fake trend, and now come out for a pride asset agenda. Be say, oh, Dormaahene Festival, no any man. It killed that trend. Well, ye winning now because of Dormaahene. Because he understands the job.
Propaganda. Yeah, that coming in a friend.
What I am for the same Dormaahene press conference you be making. You see what that press conference and I say essential moon happen, me also can send bebre. What I say? Nim crowd the otokwa bagalam say how I you nsuo and sassy. But after the whole press conference was said and done, in some more kind muni hene trendy. The fact say was Bracofi near your shooting wa him fear nim no could be nim wun tutu otumfu etugalam say the whole thing in propaganda and no necessarily and no ekoso. This is a way nyina na say o sen twa ho beka say time abonofo be yade bi a positive bia no amanfo hye da pe negative story bi e de bebe attach a nana eni die kwan so a we wa na ye
propaganda ye da kan nyina no pre
sabi nyame na mba be kire na Dormaahene nyansa ba press conference na so dan kotoko about the harmfulness of galamsey ne how a bia the new regional minister na ba no ahemfo e wo bono beboa na ma na dwuma akoso a. Do you think Senka this will be how and can be treated that whole shame? And yet a no mum near Sama and Kaman for the Beko. Because if you don't provide people with negative stories, or be the negative story, babyano, people can easily disprove that. Why wash a prison break paying beer or kai tea bag, Theodore tea bag bagwell no. Or make you call to be a show no man not say. We are captives of our own identities, living in prisons of our own creation. And not shall say normal be or what. Now a little bit of a tangent. Prior to this, Nana Dormaahene in the press conference, na video be about Bontia or Tumfu Kasa say, fear prehene and trahene near him for being wa. This year, your baby pejom to the position of Dormaahene. Nana Dormaahene can wasem de or Tumfu says, so Tim yes, sir, fear prehene or Momokeka Hunibia. Now, Konya Wateso as Bono Regional House of Chief President or no Crobeso Refriso.
O can't fear pre, and can't fear pre. Fear pre for, better for, made there or two for a santain. Ma, or to me, a tiny power, man, Abra, Menha, necessary far. One mess of my Konyana, Bono for better man.
You see, I bring this up because me a concerned citizen of Bono. time na Dormaahene day otumfo that way no amanfo afa saasem no eno muti gina so edi abonofo atem. You see what bono no wahu ye wa ahemfo akese ahemafo mpanimfo esikafo adefo nimdiafo mufiri bono sa amanfo no binom edi atem no abusua omudi abonofo nyina atem. Not just specific to nipa ebia wakoka asem ebia sa asem ne ho ahinti na nipa ne reba bidi atem ba so odi atem na odi mpanimfo wo bono nyina atem. Didn't ese basa. You see, me personally, I'm not a fan of say we video say purposefully no did the atem. That's part of the reason why a channel we saying so you will never see that. Because to me, it's not necessary. Mpenimfu a yesu omwana mo no. Nye sa no mo ye no. Ntini di enti ese mi mo me ba ye nsa. Obi owo ane de no metenase that is that person no. But me personally no, me that is not my policy. What you say? Be no nkyere say wo ba be kan sem bi na enye nokore anase bibi nto ye a abusia ye nka ho asem ye beka ho asem ankasa nokore no ye beka ne pepepe ama manfo we say ni nete ena nokore in this ne say ne na Dormaahene ye no enya ahemfo wo bunu nyina na support ena nya even ni kuro ma Dormaafo nyina na di nachi oti ase ye wo wiase enti ma say 100% of people any john da bida enti se sebi na Dormaahene beka bibi na nko obi square abusia that no is specific to Dormaahene enya abonofo nyina ena se wa study otumfo a wa ye ne ho action man se ne hene a omo wona se bi kokosisi normal people a omo wa saa bi abono no so obaabi na so mu twi nipa ni de wa asase ho kora na obehu ane se ekoso 1 2 na wa frɛ hene na watu na de so ye hu se hene bi ye galamsey wa Asante region baabi na wa frɛ saa hene koro no na watu na de so se wo ka se ontimi nye bibi a na wa ye yesi ontimi nsi nkranza hene wasi yesi asumenya hene ontimi nsi wasi brekum hene ye yesi ontimi ma obaye nkranza hema ye yesi ontimi ma obaye ade a wo beka kire ne se ontimi nye no saa de ne no ye eno kora no dika ye ne first wote ase nti se ye na ontimi nye we ya ye di hu agora otumfo beje bono asase ni nyina because before no not once na beka se bono ne asase eno ne ye history right now we care about now. Before now until say bunu ni Asante ni eko. Menteme ho ase de wo ho, but not to this level. Enne hwe ne ekoso a asefem. Na ye me ya ba ko ne say Mr. Abiam kwa ahemfo mpanimfo akese we ho. Na Dormaahene ko ho say o na say ni say pese asumdwe ba. Na say o menka hwe biem. Kwatechi man hene ho ko otumfo ho omu nyina ate ase asumdwe mra. And then Mr. Abiam fair press conference. Afei de or the two dwa from amanfo from all the sides bobai. Kan say okay oni mpanimfo we no nyina akasa o mate ase say obi a wodi obi atembia no obi anyai na ho hia biem. After that press conference a whole lot of people stopped. And need 2 months. We are back to square one. 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Na mentia tutu.
Ni ato bra Kofi no ono ankasa kan say we on we man west enemy. Na da o te say ni onu no go through nyina no ne ya wo namu ni ne asi nyina no na Dormaahene from onu ananum say propaganda na no kure bi anim no. You can imagine how he felt.
Propaganda. If
that came from any other person to some extent no ka beti say because sankrofo majority of them nyanyansa no mode kasa. But this came from Dormaahene Otena manfo nsem so e woni kurom. And not just that, Santi Ghana for binu masem as a high court judge. The final question is sa same way saying no. Say Canada Dormaahene involved in any way. And anke e bia ni kurom manipi. And a to no nanka asem na ba beturu nanim. Or even better yet, ka asem no I end up on the courtroom. Nko bejina so aka say propaganda na. Yenfa video ni nsia. Thanks for watching. Tap send the numero 1 mobile app abusia betim dia send this car command dofo e wo Ghana. So wo Italy, wo Germany, wo Europe, wo USA, wo even Dubai. Na person send this car the brand dofo wo Ghana. App we so use tap send. Kwa Apple App Store na Google Play Store na kwa download no right now for 2 phones so. Because how they send this car command dofo bia yanti we levy untuashe exchange rate ni wasoro is fast, it's secure, it's all the good things and mouth trouble. Omu security a top notch. And I first time I could download the app now use the send this car. Ubo code Magraheb Shema. Depending on baby I want. You better see a chowska. I'm at the car was sending on. Dear Buzas only starting use tap sender. May conform our net. If you know more mobile wallet, I was your bet me load do no with ska. It's a time so say wo send this kind of commando for Ghana. Na nyafe na be connected to bank. Dabi. Tap wallet no. The fast na is what send ko. Tap send the abusia mintimi kan for mu enough. Nti say won use tap send ya ko Apple App Store na Google Play Store na ko download no right now.
Tap send. Papa no.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel for videos like this every day. Till we meet again abusia. Adios.